Episode 442, my pitch for the United Nations on AI equity.
The AI6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
I'm a member of an organisation called AI for Developing Countries, and last week I joined 16 other professionals across the world to pitch your ideas to present at the United Nations next month. So in today's episode, I'm going to pitch it to you. Hello, and you're very welcome back to AI6, the podcast that promises to demystify artificial intelligence and keep you up to date in a way that removes what I believe is overwhelm. Next month, over 500 leaders, including academics, policymakers, industry leaders, and development organisations, will gather in Geneva, Switzerland, for the United Nations Summit on AI titled Small Takes the Lead. Members of AI for Developing Countries from over 150 countries will gather to discuss advancing AI sovereignty for the Global South. So I have received my accreditation to attend that summit in a number of weeks in Geneva. And as part of my accreditation, I am pitching to contribute. And here is the pitch that I delivered. It's still under adjudication, so I don't know the outcome. But here we go. A handful of labs, 8 billion people, why small AI should be our big ambition. I've spent 15 years training public sector communicators inside the EU Brussels bubble and beyond, and I'm building a small expert domain model for government myself. My pitch is a question. Can and should Europe lead on AI equity? We are already collaborating on restoring the health of our oceans. So why not collaborate on AI? AI for all should not be an ambition, it should be a given. Last week, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said, AI used well and shared would become the great equalizer of the 21st century. Right now, a handful of labs dominate the frontier of AI, and they serve 8 billion people in this world. That's not equity, that's concentration and control. A few hands directing the future of artificial intelligence. The most powerful technology in history, soon to be an essential utility, is built in a handful of countries and performs well in only a small set of highly resourced languages. And that's exclusivity, not inclusivity. The rest of the world is effectively renting those frontier models. And renting means handing over our languages, our culture, our IP, our human agency. And that is digital inequity on a scale we have never seen before. But here's what gives me hope. Frontier models are not the only AI game in town. Open weight models whose weights are published so anyone can download them, run them, and keep them. They have real capability, especially when adapted to specific domains. And Europe is proving it can be done. 20 European institutions on 4 of our public supercomputers are building fully open models for every official EU language. And it's governance first. So here is the offer I believe Europe should make. The base layer, the open weights, the public compute, and a governance rulebook. A partnership with developing countries. That's not dependency. Because a base model on its own has limited value, it's what the human brings that gives it edge, capability, and real value. Combine an open model with real domain expertise, your language, your laws, your community, and you get something the frontier labs were never going to build. Because maybe it wasn't going to be profitable for them. And this is why it scales. The base is shared, so each community adds only its own knowledge, experience, and culture. And there's an example from New Zealand. Te Hiku Media, a Maori organisation, built speech technology for Te Reo Maori, a language the global tech giants obviously haven't prioritised. But this community built it for themselves, and they kept it under community control instead of trading it to big tech for a service. And that is small AI with big impact in the cultures, communities, and countries the frontier models will never serve. So what do? Do we fund? Do we write policy? Do we talk about inclusion? Yeah, maybe all of those things. But we must stop measuring success by access to someone else's model. We should measure AI literacy, competency, and fluency by ownership. And let's count open models and public compute as digital public infrastructure. Small domain expert, locally owned AI is possible. And for most of the world, it is the most realistic path to AI equity. A handful of labs cannot serve 8 billion people equally. but 8 billion people can build with AI for themselves. So AI equity is ownership, not access. So I've got my accreditation for the summit, as I said, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you insights from it on my podcast, and I'll let you know how my pitch went. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organization. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.